Hey everyone, it's Bubbles and welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you're new. So today's video is another pack ranking and this is the final one. This is all the expansion packs. So it's been a long time coming, but we're finally on the big one. But anyways, so if you haven't seen my other pack ranking and review videos, I'm just going to go through each of them. And I'm going to go in order of when they came out first, so oldest to newest. And I'm just going to lay out everything that comes in it and go through the create a sim items a little bit, and then obviously the build items. And then I'll give my general opinion of each of the packs. So yeah, but I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it because it might be long. I don't know. I have a notebook full of notes written out for each of them so I don't miss anything. So the first pack I want to talk about is Get to Work. So as the title says, this one is all about careers, and it does come with a new world. It's called Magnolia Promenade. The retail lot type does come with this pack. There are also 3 active careers, so the doctor, detective, and the scientist. And then there is also aliens that come with this pack, as well as the Alien World 6M. You can also have the new baking skill. I actually really don't like this pack. This is probably the only expansion I'm actually regretting buying, because I thought it would be cool with the active careers. So an active career just means that you can go with your sim to work. With the create a sim items, I use some of these, but for the most part, they're just kind of meh for me. I don't like aliens. I don't really like sci-fi things, especially not in The Sims, so I'm not really interested in 6M or the aliens. So this is Magnolia Promenade, and this one, like I said, only has 4 lots. I don't know. I mean, the world is nice, in-game, but it's not really memorable. So with this one, I don't really use a lot of the build items, because a lot of them are hospital furniture and things like that. But there is some nice industrial pieces in this, though. I'll give it that. So this railing, and the stairs are nice. These windows are good for retail stores. And then here's some of the industrial things. This one does have cute stickers though, I will say. And then the public lot items like this I do use, but I don't build public lots a whole lot, so it doesn't really matter to me. But here's some of the other furniture pieces that I do use. I do like these bookshelves quite a bit. But yeah, it's just kind of meh for me. I forgot to mention this before, but with the active careers, I have played with the detective and the scientist. I think the scientist active career is very good. I played with it in my personal not so very challenge. And I don't feel like it's repetitive. I feel like it's done really well. However, with the detective career, this one I was actually very disappointed with, because I was like, oh yeah, because starting out, you go and investigate a crime scene, But then after that, it's has you do stuff that has nothing to do with being a detective, and the work in between going to the crime scene and solving the case is really boring and monotonous. And I didn't feel like I was actually going anywhere. I know police work isn't always fun, but for a game, I don't want to be bored out of my mind. Oh, and then the other thing I forgot to mention before as well, with the retail career and lot type, I'm honestly extremely disappointed with that too, because I feel like in the build items, they gave us a lot of, like, the more weird retail items, but, like, I've tried to make, like, a clothing store before, and we, like, don't have very much at the time. Now that we have Dream Home Decorated, we have some more clothing clutter, but before that, we had, like, practically nothing for, like, clothing clutter to make a more realistic looking clothing retail store. And also I found out that you can have the little mannequins with personalized outfits on them. I think there's only a limit of, like, I don't know, I can't remember, but the limit was really low if I remember, which means I could only put a certain number of mannequins with outfits on in the store, which I felt like was just annoying. And the retail stores are just kind of glitchy anyway, because I find that the Sims that come into your store will just stand around and not do anything. So with all of that being said, I'm just gonna put get to work in meh, just cause I don't like it. So the next pack I'm going to talk about is the Get Together expansion pack. So with this one, we got another world, Windenburg, which is probably my top favorite world to build in. It also has, I think it's got the most lots, in fact, as well. And it was supposed to be, like, European inspired, and it's got, like, a lot of Tudor styling with the builds, but there is also, like, a modern area as well. And then with this pack, we got the ability to make clubs. There's new lot types like cafes and pools. And then the traits we got in this are the Insider, which is kind of like someone who's gossipy, and then the Dance Machine. The new skills we got with this pack is dancing and DJ mixing. We also got the Leader of the Pack aspiration, and that goes hand in hand with the clubs. And then there are new friend invite events. So, like, when you're going through gameplay, as you make friends throughout gameplay, they'll invite you to different, like, parties and events and stuff. Which, if you're into that, I guess it's fine, like, for me, because it, like, goes, like, hand in hand with the way I play The Sims. I mostly play with, like, single Sim households that are young adults, because that's who I am. So I wouldn't say, I would say most of this pack is great for young adult and teenager gameplays. Not a whole lot of it is great for the, like, family gameplay. The clubs for sure would work with that, but yeah. And then we also got the walk-in closets in this pack. And then as for the Create a Sim items, I actually do like the Create a Sim items. They're pretty decent. And I feel like there's a good mix of different styles in here, because there's, like, preppy outfits. There's also some alternative outfits. There's also, like, kind of party outfits. There's cosplay outfits in here as well. So here is the very pretty world of Windenburg. And as you can see, this one has a ton of lots. So there's this, like, one island area that's kind of secluded. And then here's the more traditional area, as well as up here. And then down here's where the more modern stuff is. So here's some of the exterior build items, but as you can see, a lot comes with this. There's a lot of different fences, and there's also a good balance between modern and, like, Tudor style. And then up here I just showed some of the more older and Tudor style windows. And then there's some good roofing decals as well, but here's some of the outdoor furniture and some of the different swatches. And then I just kind of made sure I showcased all the different items, but there's some nice, like, flags and stuff for teens and kids rooms. And then here's some more of the Tudor style furniture. I feel like The furniture in this Tutor is like really good basics that I use a lot in my more traditional builds or cottages or just anything like that. This is a modern fireplace and does not match here, but we're gonna ignore that. And then here's the 3 different wardrobes we got. I tend to use this one a lot because it's a 2-tile one and the other 2 are 4 tiles, but still very good because they're varying in style. But yeah, I feel like I get a lot of use out of this pack as well. So with all that being said, I'm going to rank this one as good because I honestly do really like it. So the next pack I want to talk about is City Living. So with this one, we got another world, and this one is called San Myshuno. I love this world because there's both apartments in this world and also a few normal lots. The new careers we got in this one are the politician career, which I personally have played through in my own Not So Berry challenge, and I didn't really like it as much. Basically, it's just boring and repetitive. You basically, like, get your charisma skill up, and then you go around and ask people to vote for you. And that's, like, it. It's quite boring. And then there's also the food/art critic, which it's the critic career, but you can go in either food or art. I think the influencer career comes from this pack. I honestly don't know, so correct me if I'm wrong. There is also a new lot type, which is the karaoke bar. There are also festivals that pop up in the different districts of San Myshuno. And then with this, I think the festivals are really fun because there's like a tolerance you can build to spicy foods, and then also chopstick proficiency, which is hilarious. And then as you eat the different dishes at the festivals, you can learn the recipes and have your Sims cook them. There is also a new aspiration called the City Native, and that one is kind of just like you exploring the city and doing different activities like, you know, city stuff. But yeah, with this one, you can also build in apartments, which despite how buggy and annoying it is sometimes, I do really enjoy building in apartments. I will say, like, one of the drawbacks with apartments is that they are difficult to upload to the gallery. Like, if you build a new apartment, you have to upload them room by room, which is very annoying. And the same goes for if you use platforms in an apartment, you have to upload that platform as a separate room. So that part's kind of annoying. The apartments aren't customizable either. So that means exterior walls, windows, and then the door from the, like, outside of the apartment you can't change unless you have the tool mod. And then a lot of the apartments have triple wall height and weird window placement. And then as for gameplay, the apartments are quite glitchy. So I actually had one of my generations of the Not So Berry challenge in my personal gameplay was living in an apartment, and she would have random Sims come into her apartment because there was like a festival going outside and they like wouldn't leave. There were even some times where I had random Sims coming into my apartment when I had locked the doors, and I was like, what? So with regards to the Creative Sim, I love the Creative Sim in this. I think it's so fun and funky, and then there is some like cultural representation in this as well. So here's the world of San Myshuno, and I honestly love this world because each of them has like a different section. So the Spice Market is like more cheaper, run-down apartments, and then the Arts Quarters is slightly better, but they're more like studio. There's the Fashion District that's got more upscale apartments, and then Uptown is like the rich kind of apartments. And just to show you, some of these even have like multiple levels as well. And then there's a few just normal lots around here as well, but let me show you the build items. So here are some of my favorite windows and doors. Technically, it's the same one in different heights, but the saddest thing about this pack is that it has these gorgeous doors, but they're blue on one side and clear on the other, and that's just so freaking annoying. Because these I would love to use because I love big green industrial windows, but I cannot. And here's some of the other stuff we got in here. I love this chess table so much. And it's also got quite a bit of nice art pieces in here as well. And I just threw some rooms together to show off like the different furniture and the different colors, but I love the build items in this. I think they're cool, they're colorful, there's some interesting patterns. I use like the wall tapestries and decor and stuff all the time. And then here's like a kid's room kind of situation, or maybe a teen's room. And then here's one of the 4-poster beds that I love so very much. But yeah, there's some interesting wall art in here as well. And then here's a different color style, if you will, but yeah, it just has some really nice colors and patterns in here. So with all that being said, and despite all of its many setbacks, I still would put City Living as Love It. So the next pack I want to talk about is the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. So with this one, the new world in it is Brindleton Bay, and I honestly love this world. I know a lot of people don't like it because it seems to always rain, but I think it's beautiful, and I love the house style they went with when it shipped out. It's called Dutch Colonial. I think it's very interesting looking. And then also, obviously, it comes with cats and dogs. So the Create a Pet I like a lot. Sometimes it's even more fun than Create a Sim, but I think it's very detailed because you can like change the face shape and like hair and fur styles of your cat or dog. And there's also even a color wheel where you can draw different designs on your pets. The other things that come with this is the new vet career and lot type. And yeah, you can own your own vet clinic as well. There is the pet training skill. I don't know what it's called. It's something along the lines of that. And then there is an aspiration where you basically, it's all about like being the best like pet owner basically. I played around a little bit with it. It is a little bit more challenging, which I don't mind that. So for me, I love this expansion pack. This is actually the second expansion I got, and it's because I need pets in my life because I've always lived with pets. But I think the animations and interactions that Sims can have with their pets is literally the cutest thing on the planet. Like, I love it. And I don't find taking care of pets in-game annoying since I have to do it in real life anyway and I enjoy it. So obviously, if that's not for you, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're a pet lover, would recommend. So with the Create a Sim items, a lot of it was spent on Create a Pet, and I think they, like I said, I think they did a great job, but that stuff we did get for Create a Sim, I do like most of it. It's very, like, chill. I don't even know what style this is, but there are a few things in here that are a little, like, tacky, like the ugly pet sweaters. But yeah, there's some really nice guy assets as well, like sweaters and vests and stuff. So here's the world of Brindleton Bay, and I think there's a decent amount of lots in this, and there's arranged in size. So I feel like that's cool, but let me show the build items off. So here are some of the exterior parts that come in this, and honestly, I feel like the windows and doors in this pack are such good, like, basics that I use a lot. And you can hear some of the windows. I just kind of threw a bunch of rooms together just to show the different items that come in this, but I really do like the windows that come with this. This pack just has great, like, grandma style furniture, but also, like, farmhouse and some cottagey vibes as well. And there's a good variation in, like, the colors. Here's some of the, like, kids' room stuff. I use these plushies all the time. I love them very much. It did come with a whole bathroom. Excuse me. It did come with a whole bathroom set. I don't mind it because I feel like it's a different style, so it's okay. And the bathtub is amazing. And then here's, like, the parents' room. But yeah, there's even some blue wood tones in this as well. But I just think this pack has some really good colors in it and some really decent furniture that I use quite a bit. So with all of that being said, I'm going to rank this one as love it. So the next pack I want to talk about is Seasons. So this pack did not come with a new world, but it did come with weather that affects all worlds, and obviously it includes the 4 seasons. This one, when it came out, it had a calendar preset with holidays, but now they've added a normal calendar to base game, but it's still different than the one they added to base game. And you can also create your own holidays and delete existing ones, which I think is fun. So you can kind of customize the different things you want to do for the holiday that you're creating. There is also new aspiration reward traits, so in gameplay you can spend your aspiration points, and there's like ones that go along with weather, so like your sim isn't affected by hot or cold weather or things like that. The new skills that come with this is the flower arranging and skating skills, and so the skating one is actually a secret skill, but as you play, there's like little skate rinks that'll pop up that your sim can go to. And then the flower arranging skill comes from the flower arranging table. There is a new gardening career. There is also a scout club activity for kids. It's like an after school activity, which I think is very cute. There are new seasonal plants. And then the new deaths that come with this pack are, with a flower arranging skill and table, you can make a bouquet with like the death essence flower or something, and you can give it to a sim and it'll kill them if they smell it. There is also death by freezing, lightning, and overheating. So with this one, I recommend this to be your first expansion pack you get. I recommend it for everyone because it's a total game changer for just normal everyday gameplay. This is actually the first one I got as well. And it just adds a lot of realism to the game, and just playing with weather is just nice because it gives some variation as well. And then there's more gameplay with the holidays as well. The only thing I seem to dislike about Seasons is the fact that every time I go to take screenshots of a build, it's always freaking raining. Always. So then I have to like speed it up and wait for the rain to go away, and then there's like mud puddles everywhere, and then I'm like, Jesus Christ, stop screwing up my screenshots. But it seems to like rain all the time in all of my saves, no matter the weather. It's so ridiculous. That's more of a me problem, but anyway. So with the Create a Sim items, I really do like them because they're for all ages, and also it gives you a bunch of stuff for the different seasons as well. And I use this stuff quite a bit. I mean, there's some really good hairstyles, and some of the jackets I use all the time. So, like I said, Seasons does not come with a world, but here are the build items anyway. So, I feel like the windows and doors in this pack are really good basics, like I said with cats and dogs, but I think they're really nice. I think they're well rounded. I think there's different sizes, and there's also a good variation in the different wood colors they gave us. I tend to use this fencing like all the freaking time. And then here's some of the wall plant things, but we unfortunately only got 3 different kinds of wallpapers. So this stone that comes in 3 different swatches, this siding plus the stone, and then the siding. Unfortunately, all of the siding is really dark, which is great on haunted builds, but when I think Seasons, I think like colorful and, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't really like the wallpaper as much, and we did not get any flooring in this. Here's some of the curtains. These have some really nice swatches, though. I feel like these are really good to use. And then here's some of the bedroom furniture. I love this bed with the little, like, draping. I use this one a ton. I'm not gonna lie. And then here's some more of the furniture. The carpets in this are really nice. They've got a lot of different colors. And this one's fun. And then we got 2 different kinds of, like, living room furniture. So this one is more colorful and, like, family friendly, if you will. And this one is more modern. I really like this one, though. And then, of course, there's, like, a whole bathroom set that comes with this. But, of course, we have all the fun decor that comes with this, as well as all the holiday stuff. So here's some of the holiday stuff, and these all have, like, matching swatches with the different holidays, which is so cute. And then there's a swing set as well, and then these are the different activities you can do. So flower arranging, here's for the scouts. Here's a kids craft table, and here's cute little Patchy. We love Patchy. He helps you with your gardens. So with all that being said, I'm going to say this one everyone needs. So the next pack I want to talk about is Get Famous. So with this one, the new lot we got is called Del Sol Valley, and it's literally like LA in The Sims. You can also become famous in this, as the title says. So when you become a celebrity, there's like a trait system that's kind of similar to vampires and spellcasters. And so as you get up in your celebrity level, you can pick different traits and things. So it's very customizable. And I've played with it quite a bit, and I do really like it. One setback for me, it's not as much of an issue because I feel like it's realistic, but it does seem like your celebrity level, if you're not like really working on it, it does go down quickly because you'll get alerts that are like, your sim will lose their celebrity status in, you know, this amount of time if you don't, like, continue putting out, like, interactions that get you fame. So I personally don't have an issue with that because I feel like it's realistic that if you're not keeping up with being famous, that you're no longer going to be famous. But I know some people find it a little frustrating because it does go kind of fast, but yeah, other than that, there is also the acting career, which is an active career. That was weird to say, but you can follow your sim to their jobs, basically. And I've played quite a bit with that one. I honestly love it. It's probably one of my favorite careers, because it's just, every gig you get is different, and it's quite amusing actually. And so with that comes the new acting skill. There is also the self-absorbed trait. And then the different lot traits we get with this is celebrity home, hottest spot in town, and up and coming hotspot. There is also the media producing skill. There's also a music station and a video station. There's the world famous celebrity aspiration, which goes hand in hand with becoming famous. And then there is also the master actor aspiration. There is also a drama club for kids as an after-school activity. And then with this comes reputation for Sims. So even if you're not, even if your Sim isn't going to be famous, they can still have good or bad reputation based on the gameplay you choose. Oh, and with the video station, since that is a new item, you can basically become a YouTuber in this. So with the Create-a-Sim items, there is quite a bunch that I do use on a regular basis because I feel like it's like, I don't know how to explain it. A lot of the Create-a-Sim items in this are, some of it's funky, some of it's costumes for acting gigs, and then other parts is like high fashion, if you will, and I love the high fashion parts of this. So some of the things I don't like as much in this pack are that when you become a celebrity, as you get higher in status, your Sim, based on the kinds of things they do, they can get random quirks, which I don't really like that they're random. So, for example, there's one that's like, if your Sim doesn't have at least an excellent quality, like, meal, they're unhappy. Or if your Sim is not able to play, like, video games for, like, every second of the day, they get grumpy. And I don't mind the idea of having quirks, but I don't like that they're randomized, because, like, with the vampires, you're able to choose which flaws you could have, or weaknesses. And so I kind of wish we'd had that in the celebrity status. So here's Del Sol Valley, and I don't really like this world as much. There's really only 6 residential lots, and 3 of them are big celebrity lots, which I don't mind that there's like 3 different celebrity lots, but I just feel like there's, you know, this whole big area that they didn't use, and a lot of them are public lots, and I don't really care for them either. So, as for the exterior stuff, and also the upside, is that there's a lot of mid-century build items in here, which I love mid-century so very much, but there's a good combination of different door sizes, and I think the windows are interesting. There's got some more, like, really modern windows, and there's also the more suburban mid-century. And then here's some of the wallpapers, some of the stone, and then some of the really fun tacky wallpapers. And then these can be used as like floor tiling, detail, or pools, for pools. And then here's some of the flooring we got as well. And then here's the actual furniture, but I just love the mid-century furniture in this so very much. And there's a lot of good different swatches, There's a lot of really good and different swatches in this pack, but this is probably one of my favorite rugs because it has the faded part in it. And I love this dining set. But yeah, there's just some really good furniture in here. And then the movie posters are awesome. I love the art in this. And then as for the tacky side, I don't really like the tacky luxury furniture, but I feel like it's okay because it's all in good fun and you can do some wacky stuff with it. So with all of that being said, I'm going to rank this one as love it because I honestly do really like this pack. I think it was really good. So the next pack I'm going to talk about is Island Living. So with this one, we got a new world called Solani, and it is a beach world that is inspired and representing Polynesian culture, which I love. A girl loves representation. And it also comes with a new cult, mermaids, which I don't really like the mermaids as much, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. There is also a new lot type where you can assign it a lot as a beach, and it's a community lot that, you can have Sims visit. There is also the Child of the Islands trait for your Sims, and also a Child of the Ocean trait. Some of the other lot traits we have are Oceanic Paradise, which basically means that if your house is built on an ocean front, it'll have aquatic life swimming in the water on your lot, which is cool. There is also Island Paradise and also Volcanic Activity. Island Paradise means that the island's spirits will pop up on your lot, which is cool. There is also the Beach Life Aspiration, so very similar to the City Native one from City Living, but it's basically your sim going through different activities that they can do in Sulani. And then there's also the Conservationist Career, which I love the idea of, if I could talk. It's just that it gets kind of boring. There is also new part-time jobs that come with this. So, diving, a fisherman, and a lifeguard. And then there are odd jobs that come with this. So, they're just kind of one-off jobs that your sim can get just for some quick cash, if you will. Another thing you can do with this pack is you can clean up the island and make it pretty. But I don't really like how it was implemented in this because the gameplay overall in this pack is just very lacking. And I kind of wish they did more because I feel like they could have done a lot with the mermaids and cleaning up the island. So for example, in Eco Lifestyle, you can clean up the world in that one. But to me, that is more interactive than the way they did it in this pack. And so my beef with the mermaid occult type is that, number one, it's too easy to become one, and it's too easy to become a human after you've been a mermaid. And then there is no, ranking or trait system like with vampires, spellcasters, or with being a celebrity, which I feel like is just a really big miss because all the occults so far, except aliens, have had that. And I feel like it would have been much more interesting if they had added that. So there's not really a point in becoming a mermaid, except, an aesthetic thing. And then just overall, this world just feels like it's mostly about aesthetics because it is beautiful, which I will show you soon, but it is beautiful. I just don't think the gameplay is really it. So, with the Creatism items, I love the Creatism items in this pack. I think they are beautiful. So, this is Sulani, and there's 3 different areas. They don't really vary in style because they're all beachy, but I almost imagine that these are the more fancier beach houses, if you will. There is a really interesting lot that's a shipwreck, and so most of it's underground, which is very cool. So here's some of the build items, mainly the exterior ones right here, but this one has some really nice windows and doors. It's got a lot of really nice natural wood in a bunch of different colors. And I feel like the wood texture is very, very pretty. But they've got 2 different kinds of wood flooring. This one's got thinner boards and it looks a little more rustic. And then this is a little more modern. And then the wallpapers are very nice. And also there's these fun siding as well. And then here's some of the pool floaties that you can use, and then the jet ski and the boat. And here's some of the landscaping as well. I love these palm trees. They are so nice, and they've got a nice curve to them. And then we did get new roofing as well. And it's like straw roofing, but here's the interior items. I just think that they're so pretty and well made, and I love the patterns and colors in this. Here's some more. And then we did get a kitchen set in here. It again has a lot of the really nice wood tones in it. We didn't get cupboards, but these shelving units are kind of, you can use as the cupboards. Well, they're supposed to be used as the cupboards, but I do like these. Sometimes they get a little weird in like smaller crimped kitchens to use. And then here's some more of the items. I do really like the curtains that come in this as well. They're very beachy, beach house vibes. And yeah, here's some of the bathroom things. But I don't really have anything bad to say about the build items. It's mostly just the fact that this place is so freaking pretty. Like, gosh, it's so pretty. But it's just lacking in gameplay, So with all that being said, I'm going to rank this one as okay. So the next pack I want to talk about is Discovery University. So with this one, the new world we got is Brightchester. And this one is a little different than normal worlds because there is a lot of, like, the lots are limited in the ones that aren't related to the university gameplay. So, most of the lots in this are like the shared housing if you're going to uni, and then the dorms, and then also the libraries for each campus. However, I don't mind that, even though I kind of wish I could build in this world a little more because I do like it. It's supposed to be like half of it's modern, and then the other half is like British kind of feeling, European kind of style. There are two different universities. So the main one is Brightchester, which is the older looking campus, and that one you can graduate with a distinguished degree in any of the arts programs. And then the other university is the Foxbury University, and that one is the more modern side, and that one you can graduate with a distinguished diploma in any of like the STEM majors, so engineering, any of the sciences. There is a new teacher career. You can also be an engineer as well. There is a new research and debate skill that you use in like during your college life, I suppose. And then obviously there's dorm living, but there is also roommates that come with this that you can use in any world. It's not even with Brightchester. You can use it in the base game worlds or wherever. And you can live off campus if you want to, which I have done before, and I honestly prefer that because, to be honest, the dorms are extremely glitchy and laggy. Oh, there is also soccer that comes with this. Bikes come with this as well as a new kind of transportation. And there is an aspiration for becoming a college student and graduating. And also, another thing is, if you move into a dorm that has other townies in it, so, like, the Brightchester side has the two female townies that come in this pack. If you want to dorm with them, they become part of your household. And so then they become your Sims that you have responsibility for as well, which I didn't realize, and I honestly don't like that. I kind of wish they, like, existed on their own as just your dorm mates. And then also with the gameplay, it's sometimes the course load in this feels really heavy and difficult to juggle, so not having hardly enough time to do anything else but the school, which I'm a college student, I don't really want to deal with that. So it's very realistic in that regard, but I don't want to play like that because I already live that way. So, I have noticed that when your Sims do the homework for classes, it is glitchy. And then the other thing I kind of wish there was more of is that there's not very many non-academic activities on campus. So compared to a real life campus, because I know my university has tons of events that are like arts programs and like different social activities and stuff like that, and there's kind of not a whole lot of that here. It's like a research and debate event and like a sports thing, like a soccer event, and that's it. So I kind of wish there was more of that. So with regards to the Creatism items, I honestly really, really love the items that come with this because they're like modern and trendy, and we also got piercings, thank God. And I feel like they did the male assets justice this time. I love the male Creatism items in this so very much. So this is the world of Brightchester, and here is the Foxbury University side, which is more modern. And then this is the Brightchester side, which is more like old and traditional. And then this center is just kind of like, there's a bar here and a library, and then some of the normal lots around here. So the windows and doors in this pack, as for like the more traditional ones, I love them a lot. I think I get a ton of use out of these windows, and I just wanted to show you the different colors that they come in, but some of these windows in this blue color is just amazing. And then I put some of the wallpaper in the different colors back here as well. I use these stone and brick wallpapers so much, but my favorite part of this pack is probably the IKEA style furniture, and I think it's perfect for dorm rooms and kids and teens rooms as well. I love it. It's nice. And they come in different colors too, but there's some of the rugs we get as well. And then here's the more traditional furniture we got, and I don't use the bed as much, but this couch and love seat I do like a lot. And I also like these older bookshelves, so yeah. So with all of that being said, I'm going to rank this one as good. So the next pack I want to talk about is Eco Lifestyle. So this one is probably my absolute favorite expansion pack. When it came out, it kind of hit out of the blue because I wasn't expecting it, but I feel like they did such a good job on this one. I use it like all the time. So with this one, the new world that we got is called Evergreen Harbor, and I love this world because like the center area is like industrial, and then there's a modern area and a more suburban looking area, so there's a good mix of stuff. There is also the Eco Innovator aspiration. There is also the Master Maker aspiration. The new career we got is the Civil Designer, so that's someone who kind of creates and designs improvements for the town to make it more eco-friendly. The new traits we got in this are Freegan, which is someone who likes reused items and doesn't like buying their own. There is also the Green Fiend, the Maker, and the Recycle Disciple, which is someone who gets mad when you don't recycle, which is kind of funny. The new Eco Lot traits we got are Eco Lot, Geothermal, which actually saves on heating bills, Landfill Lot, which means it'll become a junkyard, and then Natural Well means it will save on water bills. And then there's also the Reduce and Recycle, which means it's easier for that lot to be greener. There is also a new freelance career that comes with this, and you can become a freelance crafter, which is fun. The new skills that come with this are fabrication and juice fizzing. There's a new death that's death by dumpster flies. And then some of the new items we got is a candle making station. We did get a community voting board, and you can vote on neighborhood action plans, which are called naps, which is kind of funny. And then you can make furniture with a fabricator. There's a fuel generator. There is also insect farms that you can use for crafting and also for the fuel generator. There is also a recycler, vertical planters, and solar panels and wind turbines, which is good stuff. There's new community lots that you can vote on to be like a makerspace or a garden or just like I forget what the third one is. It's like a general community lot, which I love the fact that you can do it. I think that's cool. And then there is a new eco footprint that can exist in all of the worlds, except I don't think the destination worlds can do that. So that means, which is what I think is the coolest about this pack is that everything you build with and everything you do in this will either increase your greenness or make it more industrial, which I think is just so cool, and I feel like it's very realistic. Like this pack is so up my alley, it's not even funny, because I'm a tree hugger. And I'm a big supporter of climate change, so I feel like this is just, it's so right on the money, it's good soup. Anyway, so with this pack, I feel like there's a ton of gameplay. I myself have played with it, and I still haven't gotten bored with it, because I feel like there's a lot of things you can do in this. I also have heard some other people's opinions of this, saying that the neighborhood action plans, when they were outside of playing Eco Lifestyle, were annoying, because there's one where you can make it so, what is it called? It's basically where people can come into your house and steal your furniture because you're supposed to share it with the community. And I remember Kelsey and PJK was having so many issues with that during her 100 baby challenge. And I felt bad because I was like, oh, but I've never had any of those issues with mine, not even like the one where people wear bags on their hands. Like, I've never had an issue with that. So I guess it just depends on, save file to save file, but I've never had any issues with it. In fact, the only thing I dislike about this one is I wish there were a little more decorative plants in this. And I don't even know if it was a glitch, but the only thing I encountered while playing it was when I was using the fabricator, I felt like it did break a little too much. And my sim was failing a lot of fabrications that she had started. And it might have been because she was too low of a skill level for it, but that's like the only thing I encountered that was kind of annoying. With regards to the Create Sim items, I absolutely love them because they're finally freaking alternative. I'm like a little alt girl, okay? I have to have my alt fashion, and I feel like it's just fun and recycled and like thrifty looking, which is like my whole wardrobe. So when I saw that this was the style they were going for, I was very happy, and we got more piercings too as well. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be more alternative fashion in this game, because most of the alternative stuff I have is CC. So this is Evergreen Harbor, and as you can see, this is the more industrial area. I believe this is more like modern, and then this is more like suburban. So there's quite a lot that came with this for exteriors, but I just love the doors, and especially the sliding glass doors, but there's like tons of stuff you can do with this pack. I don't know a single build that I haven't used something from Eco Lifestyle because I use it so much. But they gave us like wallpapers and things to make shipping containers, which is really fun. And they gave us new roofing. A lot of this like raw wood wallpaper and stone is so pretty. And then the windows are very interesting. I love them. I use the floor tiles so a lot. And then here's the wind turbines and solar panels. But as for the actual interior furniture, we got a bed for every age, basically. And I love the toddler bed. But a lot of this furniture is very, like, modern. I would even describe it as Scandinavian as well. And it's just, I don't know. There's something about it that I just love. It's very, like, recycled, but not disgusting looking. And it's just, I don't know. It just gives me vibes. Like, I use it all the time. I love it so much. And then, like, here's some of the clutter items. And then this is the, like, different activities in this. So, candle making, juice fizzer. So, with all that being said, I'm going to rank this one as need it because I personally feel like I need it. And I would also recommend it for anyone who is interested. So, the next pack I want to talk about is Snowy Escape. So this one, the new world we got is Mount Komorebi, and it is a Japanese-inspired world with snowy ski slopes. Slopes? Is that a word? Goodness gravy. So the new lot type we got is an onsen, which is a Japanese bathhouse. And the traits we got are adventurous and proper, which goes hand in hand with Japanese culture, which I love. And then the new skills we got are rock climbing, skiing, and snowboarding. We also got the extreme sports enthusiast aspiration. And we also got the Mount Komorebi sightseer aspiration, which is similar to the one from Sulani, which is, beach enthusiast or something. And then the city native from City Living. There is also the salary person career, which is hilarious to me because it's just a general career. We also got 2 new deaths, which is death by falling from heights. That sentence made no sense, but you know what I mean. And you can also die from the vending machine falling on you. And then there's forest spirits in this as well that you can find when you go hiking. And then there's sledding and, of course, snow in the, north side of Mount Komorebi. There is also the new kotatsu table and hot pot, which is, from Japanese culture. And then the new gameplay thing we got is the lifestyles. And those are basically that if your sim does something enough, they become a part of that lifestyle. Like, there's one that's like junk food lifestyle, where your sim eats nothing but junk food, or someone who works a lot. I'm not really sure I like the lifestyles as much because I don't really know how they affect gameplay. I find that sentiments actually affected the gameplay more, but that came in a base game update around the time that this came out. So I almost sort of associate it with this pack, but it's not actually from this pack, it's in base game. But anyway, so, and then there's also festivals that come with this, which some of them are okay, but I wish there was a little more gameplay in this. And there is also a hidden mountain lot at the top of Mount Komorebi that you can discover if you have, like, the highest level in hiking? Yeah. No. Rock climbing. It's rock climbing, sorry. And basically you go on an expedition to get to the top and you discover a new lot that you can build on, which is fun. So this one, I honestly really like this one in terms of the fact that it is another culture being represented, and I'm very interested in Japanese culture as well. I find building these houses are super fun. So for the Create-a-Sim items in this, I do really like them because they're more Japanese fashion, and some of them are a little more like street fashion. There is quite a bit in here that's more for like the snowy stuff, which I don't really like as much, but whatever. And then there's stuff for all ages, of course. I feel like this one was kind of a little bit of a bust because I feel like it's similar with Island Living, where there was more of a focus on the aesthetics and how pretty the world was rather than the gameplay. So here's the world of Mount Komorebi, and there's like 3 different areas in this. So this is more of the traditional Japanese houses. Here's more of like modern. There's still a more traditional looking house down here, but this is one of the big lots. And then up here is the ski slopes. So I did forget to mention this one did come with, I don't know if this is a base game thing or not, but there are rentals outside of the destination worlds in here. So like these 2 are rental lots. My game is like having loads of fun today. And then here's another rental lot. And also a cool thing about this world is that all of the builds in this, my game is like seriously trying to crash and I don't even why. Anyway, all the builds in this world were actually built by Sims YouTuber people. Some of my favorite fellow content creators like Deligracy, James Turner, Sim Lissy, and also Lil Simsy. So I think they did a fantastic job making the builds for this world, and it's just so dang pretty. So here are the windows and doors, and I just love the build items in this. I think they did a good job making a bunch of different kinds of window. Well, not a bunch of different kinds, but like different sizing. So you can really get a perfect window for every build, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I love the style. And also, there's a lot of really great colors for the swatches. There's also this texture, which is really nice. And then I love these like little roofing details. But here's the actual interior items. So this is the kotatsu table, and it comes in 2 different sizes, but it's like a down on the floor kind of table. It's very, very popular in Japan. And then this is the tatami mat they gave us as well. Love that. And then here's some of the beds we got. And we got 2 different chairs and 2 different tables as well. I love the little plants and like decor in this. And this little poof is so adorable. It's also got some like fuzzy texture as well, but there's like cute little faces on it. Oh, and then this bed has like, I don't know if it's gonna show, but there's like a furry texture on the bed. Yeah, you can see it on the pink, but it's so nice. I love it. There's also a rug that comes with this that has that same texture, but here's the living room furniture. Love very much. Love the decor. The little tapestry. Love it very much. And then we did get another kitchen set in here. And I know a lot of people wish there wasn't open shelving, or there wasn't so many of the different kinds of counter that had the open shelving. I know there's some CC creators that created like covers for this, which I actually have in my game, and I also found that I can turn them around if I don't want them to show the open shelving, so I found ways to get around it. But if that is not, you know, realistic for you, I can understand why you won't like it. But anyway, and then we did get these two fireplaces. I love this one so very much. But yeah, I feel like they gave us a really good mix of both traditional and modern, and I feel like even some of the more modern ones can still fit in traditional interiors. So with all that being said, I'm going to rank it also as okay. So the last pack I'm going to talk about is Cottage Living. This one is so good, I can't even. But this one, the new world that came in this is Hinford on Bagley, and I love this world. I think it is so freaking pretty. And it has different areas, so there's one part of it that's got bigger lots that are more like farmland, and then there's like the town area, and then there's one section, I believe in Bramblewood, that's more like secluded and cottagey. I also love that this world is based on like Britain, the UK, you know, very like English. Anyway, so the new aspiration we got is the farming one. So it's all things to do with farming and raising cattle and such. There's also lot challenges that came with this. So one of them's like needing fresh ingredients for food, meaning that you have to get your own ingredients in order to cook, which is fun. So it adds like a new challenge to gameplay, and there's a few others. I think some of the old lot trades they actually transferred to the challenges, like it being haunted and stuff like that. So with this, we got cattle sheds for cows or llamas, and you can dress them up, which is so cute. There is also chicken coops. You can also dress up the chickens. You can also befriend bunnies and birds. There are new gardening scenes as well as bigger plants for county fairs. There's events for like best milk or cow or biggest fruit/vegetable, which are like the county fairs that happen in like the town square. There's also a town market, which is fun because I feel like that's realistic, where you go to market and you buy, stuff. I'm great at explaining things today. There is also cross-stitching you can get in this. And there are like little quests and side missions you can do from the NPCs in this world. So some of the people that are selling things at the market can give you quests, and then Agnes Crumplebottom also can, and she is also new in this, which is exciting because a lot of people wanted her back. So with this, the creatism items are just, I love them so very much. They're such, this whole pack is just a cottagecore vibe. Like, I love it so very much. The only thing I will say about the creatism is that I feel like the mail items are kind of disappointing, not gonna lie, because I was going through to make a lookbook for my Instagram, and I was gonna do both male and female, but I went through the male assets and I'm like, there ain't nothing here that I liked, and I was like, what the heck? So yeah, I will say that. I think the best thing about this pack is that the gameplay is quite extensive and it is slightly challenging, which I feel like we've needed more of. I feel like they did such a good job with the gameplay in this one, honestly. Like, I'm so happy. Yes, please give us more. Oh, and also, this pack is very family-centered gameplay. So if you're into that, this is probably perfect for you. So this is the world of Hinford on Bagley, and It doesn't look like there's very many lots on here, but I think there's a decent amount, and also there's some really big ones up here. So this is kind of like the farm area. Here's the more secluded area and Cordelia's secret cottage, and then this is kind of like the town area. So here are the doors that come in this pack, and I love them very much. This is like tickling my cottagecore funny bone, if you will. But I just think the detail they put on the build items in this pack are just chef's kiss. There's like 3 different styles to the windows as well, and they've got a lot of great swatches. There's even some like red tones in here and some greens, but I think the build items in this are so good. Like, so good. And I feel like they're well-rounded as well. I feel like you have everything you need to make a house with this. And then here's some of the wallpapers. And then some of the stone and brick. I honestly love this wallpaper so much. It's so cute. And then the only floor tiles we got are this like flowery stone path, but the wooden floor that come in this I love very much. And then we got these are for the top of your roof to kind of like dress it up with, you will, and I think it's cute because it's got the little animals on it. And then here's some of the dormers, but here's some of the bedroom furniture, and I love this bed so much. And the other furniture is just so freaking cute. I can't even. And like the little statues are so cute. And then here's some of like the other furniture in here. Here's some of the gardening clutter we got. And then this is the curtain blinds we got. We only got one wall hanging, which was kind of unfortunate, like painting. I kind of wish there was more in here. And then I like the sink in the bath because I feel like they're a little different. We did get a whole kitchen set in here, and I feel like this one is easier to use because they toned down the curtain colors on some of the cover swatches, but I just think it's so freaking cute. And like the little clutter items I love them. I just love them. And then we got 2 different kinds of fridges and a stove as well. And then here's some of the dining furniture as well. And this tablecloth has like the patterns that match the wallpapers. The lighting that came in this is amazing as well. Love it. And then here's some of the fireplaces, but this is some of the outside stuff. So the vine and wisteria, that's what it's called, I love these because you can put them on the outside of your cottage. And then here's some of the fencing. This is the garden plots we got as well. And then this is to summon the birds you can make friends with, and then the bunnies. Here's the chicken coop. And then this is a new wedding arch, which is so pretty. And then here's the cow or llama shed. So yeah, I feel like it doesn't look like much, but I feel like it's well-rounded enough to make a cottage. So with all that being said, I'm honestly going to recommend this as needed. I feel like everyone needs this in their game. So this is my final ranking of all the expansion packs. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful if you're looking to buy any of the expansion packs. If you have any other ranking videos you guys want me to do, please let me know. I'd be happy to do so. But yeah, that's going to be it for ranking all the packs until we get more. But then I think I won't go through all of them again. I think I will just go through the new ones. But yeah, so if you have any comments, please leave them down below. And then if you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye!